Hi, my name is Eva Bennett and I'd like to share with you some practical tips on how to approach retirement and also how to enjoy this new chapter of your life.
Eva Bennett, you've been presenting seminars on retirement for several years now since the publication of your first book, So What Do We Do Now? What's prompted you to continue this challenging course?
Well, Alan, when my husband retired 9 years ago, and we found that there was a lot of information about the financial planning side of retirement, but very little about what to do with life in retirement. And his plan was to go fishing every day when he retired. That didn't last very long, and then what? And I think what happens when people, before they retire, they think, oh, I'm not going to think about it. When it happens, it'll be easy, finish work, step straight into a holiday mode lifestyle, it'll be wonderful. But the reality is, after a few months, that's not really how it turns out. And especially for men, a loss of identity from the workplace, a lack of purpose in their everyday life, can lead to boredom, can lead to isolation from other people. And that is really what prompted me to write my first book. And I've really focused on the life planning side of retirement to show people how to avoid the pitfalls and how to make the most of the rest of their life.
You've now delivered over 200 seminars throughout Australia and New Zealand. Tell me this, what have you learned and what feedback have you had from these experiences?
Well, Alan, the feedback I've had so many times from people who have read my book or been to presentations as well, is that instead of dreading the big R, they're now really looking forward to it. And I've even had financial planners say to me that through hearing me speak at my presentations, that they see the importance of the balance between life planning and financial planning for retirement. Now, some of the things I've learnt in that time is that it can take about 5 years to adjust to this new chapter in our lives, this retirement lifestyle, and that it's okay to try different things till you find what you really want to do. I've also learnt that some people crack too many eggs in their nest egg too quickly and then regret it, and it can be something like rushing into buying a big motorhome and then finding that's not what was really what you wanted to do, where perhaps it would have been better to rent first and find that out. It's also been interesting that finding out about people who have a really large nest egg and just really scared to crack any of the eggs. So they don't really enjoy retirement either. And then there's the people who really get in touch with what they want to do, and then they align their financial decisions with those things, and then they actually can quite enjoy their retirement lifestyle. Like one woman I met who finally decided it was okay to buy the kayak, the sport she loved doing, and found it only put a little dent in her nest egg. And so when people, especially if they start activities before they retire, they always seem to transition into retirement much more easily. Now, Alan, I know that you've been retired nearly 20 years. How did you find those first few years of transitioning into retirement?
Well, for me it was relatively easy. I've been a member of a Lions Club since my early 30s, and I've maintained that membership for all those years that I've retired, almost 20 years. And the Lions has given me a continued focus and purpose in life, which enables me to meet new people on a daily basis and also remain active in community affairs, which I think in itself is very rewarding. But I also believe it's important to keep fit, and on a personal level I do this by cycling and swimming in groups with like-minded people.
That's great.
Eva, what's your advice to people who are approaching retirement, or for those already retired but find themselves in a rut?
Well, the advice I'd love to give is that it's never too early and it's never too late to embrace the things you'd really like to do and not just doing the things you have to do. I mean, we are a generation living 20 to 30 years longer now than people from roughly 100 years ago, and we have a lot of years to fill in and we have a lot of choices of what we can do. I mean, it's just amazing, like you said, you can join service clubs, you can do volunteering, You can join sporting groups, hobby groups, something like U3A, things in the community, use your skills from your work, mentoring other people. It's endless, and what it does, it gives you purpose, it re-energises you to live this new stage of your life, and it can be actually a really wonderful period of your life. And the thing is, I really think you can't put it off and say later, I'll do it later down the track, because none of us know when we're going to leave this earth. So the thing is to start now. And I have a little analogy I like to use, that life is like a roll of toilet paper, and the closer you get to the end, the faster it goes. So start doing it now and make the most of the rest of your life. If you want to enjoy this new chapter of your life instead of dreading it, then my 2 books are full of practical suggestions that can help you to do just that.